Peace, family. Today is going to be a part 2 of Tarot 101. Today, let's go over the Minor Arcana. I didn't get to finish the 5 rules of tarot, so let's kind of briefly go back over it. Rule number 1 is confidentiality. Rule number 2, never lie. Rule number 3, remember, you are not inlanders. Rule number 4, beware of psychic vampires. And rule number 5, take care of cards. Now, in recognizing the role memory, you want to basically recognize 5 things, and that is similarity, things you've experienced similar to them; contrast, things that stand out from what you have experienced; feelings, love, anger, sorrows, things remembered; regency, events that are close to the present; and frequency, something that is heavily repeated. And then frequently asked questions. Do I have to read from left to right? And the answer is no, you don't really have to. The goal is to put together the story that makes sense to you and relating to the person that you're doing the reading for. For example, if I have an ace as my last card, I usually make ace my first card because aces represent new beginnings. So then I build a story from there. So let's start with cups. Cups represent emotions and basically represents water as well. So let's start with the Ace of Cups. An emotional force, intuition, intimacy, love, and it is a suit of the heart, new beginnings. 2 of Cups, connection, truth, attraction, sexual card. 3 of Cups, as you see the 3 maidens, it can represent exuberance, friendship, and community. The 4 of Cups represents apathy or going within. You know, sometimes you gotta sit down, just sit back and relax and just, take time to put together a plan. 5 of Cups, loss, bereavement, regret, denial, sorrow. Loss hurts. It is our emotional resistance to change. And the 5 and the 8 of Cups can represent illnesses or deaths or basically sad cards. Because 5 of Cups represents like, a passing of someone in the family or an illness. 6 of Cups, goodwill, innocence, childhood. It's a simple card of goodness and being carefree. And in a reading, it can represent a person basically looking back towards their childhood but not staying or being caught in the past. If their innocence and whatnot. 7 of Cups, wishful thinking, options, dissipation. Basically letting everything go. It's a choice card. You can choose to do to make the right choices or bad choices. And depending on the choices can depend on your outcome. But always try to find another path. In tarot, you always want to teach an alternate path. The basic point of tarot is to try to help a person out. So you're trying to find an alternate path and trying to give them advice or trying to give them a way to get out of the situation. So the 8 of Cups, deeper meaning, moving on, weariness. The past is gone. What was is not now, releasing. The 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, satisfaction, sensual pleasure. It is a sign of delight in all senses. The wish card, the Holy Grail. And the 10 of Cups represents balancing peace, family, and joy. The Page of Cups, intimacy, loving, young at heart. The Knight of Cups can represent the importance of an arrival. It can represent the arrival of an important message. It can also be the romantic, imaginative, sensitive, refined on the good side, and then on the bad side, over emotional, fanciful, temperamental, and over refined. The Queen of Cups, loving, tender-hearted, intuitive, psychic, spiritual. She senses emotional currents without someone having to tell her. With the Queen, it represents both men and women like her. King of Cups, wise, calm, diplomatic, and caring. Tolerates all points of view, and in readings, he might ask you to view things in the manner that he would. So now moving on to Wands. Ace of Wands. Okay, the suit of Wands represent creativity, a creative energy, or work in progress. And they represent also fire. So the Ace of Wands, rebirth, fortune, family matters. It's the only card that deals with inheritance, new beginnings, creative force, enthusiasm, confidence, courage. The 2 of Wands, strong will, wealth of riches, high standards. This is a choice card. Personal power, boldness, originality. The 3 of Wands, new beginnings, exploration, foresight, leadership. It is also a card of exploration. 4 of Wands, prosperity, celebration, freedom, and excitement. 5 of Wands, unavoidable problems and delayed competitions, struggle for riches, disagreement, competition, hassles. It stands for times when your environment is working against you. Six of Wands represents victory. In a reading, it could mean that now's the time to start a new venture. Triumph, acclaim, pride also represents a healthy self-esteem. Seven of Wands. Fierce determination is needed to achieve a certain goal. Aggression, defiance, conviction. It also stands for both sides, for it is a two-sided coin. The Eight of Wands. Many different paths, decisions, you must make the right choice. Opportunity also includes love, conclusion, news, and quick action. In a reading, it can represent, taking a stand. It's time for a new adventure. Stands for endings and putting them into motion. The Nine of Wands, a choice card, physical harm, warning card. It's a warning card, and basically it can take a protective stand or be prepared to fight. Defensiveness, perseverance, or stamina. So in a reading, whenever this card shows up, try to let them know that they should be aware. Try to pay attention to their surroundings and the patterns and things that's going on in their daily life. To be aware that they could be in threat or in way of physical harm or some type of danger. So be prepared to fight, or take a physical stance with it, whatnot, and kind of like talk to your guys and have your guys kind of like protect you with it, whatnot, and give you guidance. Ten of Wands represents helping others, fortune, and gain come at a price. In a reading, it can also represent or mean that a lawsuit may be ending in defeat, overextending burdens, and struggle. Small decisions grow into big decisions. So let's go to the court cards. Now, it is not always a page. Sometimes it can be a princess, and sometimes it's always not a knight. It can always like in tarot, it can always change. So instead of a knight, it could be a prince. So and as far as a page, it could be a lady, a page, or a princess. So not every tarot deck is the same, but for learning tarot, the Rider-Waite deck is the best deck to start out with. So the Page of Wands can represent the creative, enthusiastic, confident, courageous messenger that brings passion. In readings, an opening might appear. Take it. Child, young adult. The Knight of Wands. Charming, self-confident, daring, adventurous, passionate. Physically attractive, sexually seductive, silver tongue. Daring, risk anything without fear, daredevil. Love, travels, new experiences, rise to every challenge. In the readings, you can ask, is the knight helping or hurting? Queen of Wands, attractive, wholehearted, energetic, cheerful, self-assured. Queen can represent a man or woman who is like her. King of Wands, creative, inspiring, forceful, bold. Personality, positive combination of wands. Not a passive or quiet observer unless it suits him. In a reading, he would like you to view things as he can represent the man or the woman like him. So now let's go into swords. Swords is one of the hardest suits to learn because it forces you to think. So the suit of swords, it deals with aggression, force, ambition, courage, strife, misfortune. And plus it deals with a double jagged edge, so it has a double meaning on the mental, spiritual, and physical level. So the Ace of Swords represents the mental force, truth, justice, courage. It's a reminder to face your challenge. Two of Swords represents blocked emotions, avoidance, stalemate. It is all about the barriers that we put up. Three of Swords, as you can see, heartbreak. The Four of Swords, rest, contemplation, feelings of peace, represents a challenge of being quiet. In readings, you should slow down, shifting focus from external to internal. It's kind of like one of the cards, just to sit back, relax, and kind of put a new plan together. So the Five of Swords, self-interest, open dishonor, all about self-interest, hostility, a crossroad to warfare, cheats, self-defeat, crimes. And as you can see, dude's kind of picking up swords, kind of like, skip it, I don't need none of y'all. Because, out of spite, he's like, I'm going to make this happen one way or the other, no matter who I got to step on to get it done. Okay, Six of Swords, the blues, recovery and travel. Can also represent a stale state. Can represent travel and doesn't promise great joy. As you can see, it's kind of drifting away. Another important thing about tarot is the symbols and looking at the cards and whatnot, because they can have an infinite number of meanings. And truthfully, that's one of the most important things in doing tarot, is learning the symbols, what they represent, trying to get as many meanings out of them, as you can, because nothing is in stone. Sometimes the cards flash, sometimes they turn on you, sometimes they come out reversed. So it's basically your own interpretation. The Seven of Swords, running away, lone wolf style, hidden dishonor, can represent the desire to run away free by yourself. Can also represent you running away from everything. The Eight of Swords, as you can see, is a woman tied up who's bound. So this can represent restriction, confusion, powerlessness. It stands for the times that we are lost and cannot free ourselves. The Nine of Swords, worry, guilt, anguish, basically a warning from your guides of the future. The Ten of Swords, victim mentality, bottoming out, terrible misfortune. Now let's go to the court cards. The Page, the Lady, or the Princess of Swords represent the messenger that brings good tidings and new mentors. Shrewd judge of character, no fool, always one step ahead. The Knight of Swords, or the Prince of Swords, represents the arrival of a battle, portrays force, power, and superiority. As you can see, the swords are a little more aggressive. So dealing with the court cards and the swords, they're about that action. And the swords do represent air. Sorry about that for not giving you the element at first. So the Queen of Swords, intelligent, gifted woman who's protective of those around her, quick to praise and challenge. In the reading, she represents a firm ally. As you can see, the Queen's about that life. You know, if you're dealing with swords. King of Swords has stepped on others to get where he is, detached from his family, authority and sensitivity to others. Basically, don't care what he got to do to get his point across and to get where he needs to go. So now let's go into the Pentacles. Pentacles represent Earth. And as far as Pentacles, they cover riches, wealth, prosperity, wealth of riches, profit, resources, the physical world. So the Ace of Pentacles, material force, practicality, trust, prosperity, complete material success, investment and security, a win for those in competition. The Two of Pentacles can represent juggling, flexibility, fun, balance. In readings, can't always juggle all, must be flexible, warning against overstimulation. Three of Pentacles, artist or trader who builds up a business, teamwork, planning, creative stage, hard work paying off, the ability to get something done. The Four of Pentacles, possessiveness, lock, change, financial security, guarding his or her wealth, hoarding, the desire of control is the basic principle. The lesson to be taught here is that control is impossible. But as you can see, he's trying to balance out everything, and that could be a metaphor for balance out everything in life, your spiritual life, your mental body, physical body, or mental physical being. So you know, it's about balance. Five of Pentacles, rejection, ill health, hard times. Excuse me. It's a warning card. Fear of losing everything includes relationships, lack of acceptance, rejection, and physical hardship. Six of Pentacles, cash arrives in the form of windfall, resources, knowledge, power. Falls in between the 5 and 10 of Pentacles of having and not having. In readings, can mean that you need to determine what is essential and what you need and what you don't need. So basically, not taking in or bearing more than what is necessary. Having a balance and not being greedy, because greed will eventually consume us all. Seven of Pentacles, assessment, reward, directional change, hard work paying off, a timeout card, crossroads. It is not a card of endings. In readings, can mean that a reward is coming your way for the hard work and effort. The Eight of Pentacles, apprenticeship, personal effort. Nine of Pentacles, a return to order. Everything in life must have balance. 10 of Pentacles, wealth of generations, inheritance, other capital is due, strong family ties, extremely good omen in way of finances. So when dealing with tarot, a lot of people love to see them pentacles because that deals with money. Okay, let's deal with the Princess Lady Page of Pentacles. Hardworking, responsible youth with a mature attitude. In the reading, you find out that they are all about careers or career oriented. The Prince or the Knight of Pentacles, a solid, reliable worker, reliable, service oriented. Remember, all knights represents service. They are service oriented. They're horsemen, women. Queen of Pentacles, a good businesswoman, a card of wealth and intelligence. In a reading, you'd ask, are you competitive? A King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, dominant male figure, CEO, authority figure. With that being said, family, that is all. Peace to the family. That right there is part 2 of the Tarot 101, the Minor Arcana. We went over the four suits, which is Cups, Wands, Swords, and Pentacles. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And share this video if you can. Peace, family. Peace.